back in my day, we melted our Nazis. We didn't elect them to public office. Hey guys, how you doing? Anyway. I couldn't help it, guys. I couldn't help it. God. Okay. Full disclosure, this figure is having a hard time standing. And yeah, anyway. So, this is, of course, Toht from the Indiana Jones Adventure series. Not a terrible figure. When they were announced, I was a little disappointed when I saw that all the figures were just basically the way they're exactly the way they were in the original Indy line and in the 2008 line for Raiders. And I knew there wasn't going to be anything past a first wave of Raiders. I knew that was it. I mean, a lot of people were like, "Oh, this is going on forever." Like, no, these guys don't care. I mean, I didn't even watch the live streams. I just watched snippets of the live stream. And you could tell this was a temporary thing. They didn't care about it. They did it for Lucasfilm, and that was it. But here's Toht. And he's rocking his SS uniform, which really, SS uniform is not anything. So, yeah. Anyhow. Alright, so gotta love how hard it is to deal with these figures. Wow, okay. I'm gonna have to heat that up. No, I'm not. Okay. Jeez, Hasbro. And it's not like he hasn't been around the house for a long time. And, anyway. So, he's got his gun, his pew-pew, I should say, because, we don't want to say guns anymore. We say pew-pews, but okay, whatever. And, got his pew-pew, and, of course, his hand when he had the thing burned into it, and his melty face. Some people say it's nightmare fuel. Man, it's what happened in the movie. It's exactly what happened to him, and he deserved it. Because, back in my day, we used to punish the bad guys. We didn't try to understand them. We just killed them. Because that's how you do. Back in my day. Yeah, I'm joking around with the back in my day shit. But, I mean, you get where I'm coming from. Is that, there's a lot of people, I mean, they really tried to nerf this kind of storytelling. And, I mean, it was just like, dude, they're Nazis. They're bad guys. There is no way around it. I mean, they're just evil. And that's one of the things I really like about Indiana Jones, for the most part, is, I mean, the bad guys are the bad guys. There's none of this like, well, how do I understand his motivation? He's evil. And sometimes sometimes it just works. Just make him evil and move on. Don't worry about the motivation. Don't worry about that. I mean, I'm not saying that, you can't do characters that are compelling and have motivations, and villains, of course, but sometimes you just need villains who are villains. Nazis are perfect for that. But, I don't know. And a lot of people are going to say, oh, well, the world's got too sensitive, and I'm going to be like, no, man, it's a whole lot of bullshit. And it's not just, one ideology or the other. That's the problem. We think it's one or the other. It's never anything like that. It's all about, the good versus evil thing always makes our society better. Because it's like, this is wrong. And, some people scoff at that. Oh, you need a book to tell you what's wrong? And it's like, no, but the stories you tell do kind of fuel where that goes. It's like, is it wrong to be a Nazi? Yes. Yes, it is. Absolutely. And, the thing, now on the figure itself, the thing I notice is you just barely see underneath the shoulder there, the white. I mean, you really gotta, when the arm is down, it's nothing. And I mean, this guy is not going to do, like, you know, gymnastics or anything. So, you know, people at Hasbro know how to do this, is what I'm saying, you know. Don't give me that, oh, it can't be done. Which I don't think anybody ever really said, but you know what I'm saying, guys. So, the story of this dude is, of Toht, I wasn't going to buy him, but then, I was helping out Ted and Aaron at Hella Dope. Got Marion and Sal off of them. And then I'm like, oh boy. Now I need to finish the arc. So I didn't get Bellog because I don't need the sticks. I just decided I didn't need the sticks. So I was going to buy the arc piece by itself. But then I saw Toht for as much as the arc piece. And I was like, let me get the whole package. And then, you know, I mean... Because, you know, it's okay to have a bad guy. I mean, and considering how light they were on bad guys in the Indiana Jones line because of sensitivity. That bugged me too, but I won't get into it. You know, that kind of made things awkward and weird. Because it was like Indy and the guys in the suits, and then that's it. There weren't a lot of guys to fight. Because they didn't do any Russians from Crystal Skull. Because they didn't do anything from Crystal Skull. Everybody's trying not to acknowledge Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. You know, I'll say this much about Crystal Skull. It may be a bad movie, but it's still an indie movie. That piece of crap they released, not an indie movie. No. I don't know what that was, but that was not an Indiana Jones movie. So, you know, all the bots can say, "Oh, we had a great time watching it," but you know, they didn't watch it. Anyway, I just got Toht to get the Ark of the Covenant. I just thought it was nifty to have, and then when I got it, I realized how cheaply made it was, and it's like, no wonder his line fucking died. The irony of Indiana Jones, I've always said, is they mismanage a line because a line was mismanaged when it was out previously. That is the curse of Indiana Jones toys. And it's really messed up and really weird. I don't like it either. I'm just not a fan. He should have had a hanger with him. That would have been cool. But, you know, that's just kind of the curse of Indiana Jones. It got mismanaged and people think it's not popular, and so they mismanage it because they know they're gonna end up with all this stuff in there, and they just like, nah, we'll just mismanage it. But Lucasfilm wants it, so we've got to do it. Okay, sure. I mean, I think a good Indiana Jones line. I mean, I think there could be a good Indiana Jones line. You can do comic packs, because that would be really cool. Do some from the Marvel series, from the Dark Horse series. Now, locking all that in is going to be a little hard. But I think they could do it. And, you know, produce some figures. I think you can get 3 to 5 years out of it. Easy. It's not going to be an evergreen property, but I think the people who love Indiana Jones would flock to it. And you would see a whole lot of people being like, yes, finally, my Indiana Jones line. This line could have lasted, this 3 3/4 inch one, from 2008, 7. God, when was Crystal Skull out? 2011? You know, I've already forgot what year that was. So, whatever year it was, I think that line could have ran a good 5 years. Especially, they were planning some stuff in the background, too. There were comic packs being planned. That's where I got the comic packs from. Other ideas were coming through. There was going to be a sidecar. I'm almost positive there was going to be a sidecar on the Last Crusade bike. Because why else would there be, if you ever saw that bike, there's an obvious place to put the sidecar. So why would that be there unless, yeah, they were probably going to do a sidecar. Which would have been great. I mean, you know, there's so much stuff they could have done. But, you know, it's a shame because Indiana Jones is fun. So much fun. And I feel like they've nerfed it to nothingness. And God, I really hate that that's happened. But you know, what are you gonna do? I'm one person. I can only buy so many toys. And even then, I mean, you know, some people just don't like Indiana Jones, and that's fine. I mean, I don't know why. I don't understand you, but you know, you're free to not like Indiana Jones. But at the same time, a lot of people love Indiana Jones, and so, you know, I think handled right, Indy, it will work. I don't know. You know, I don't understand why people don't get that about Indy. You just handle him right, and he'll work, and he'll be that, you know, he'll never be an evergreen property, but, you know, you'll make some shitload of money off of him. Just realize it's a temporary thing. But anyway, I could ramble on about Indiana Jones all day, but the point is, I got my Ark of the Covenant, and I got a pretty decent tote out of it, so can't complain. Well, yeah, I can. Just no one's gonna give a shit, right? All right, that will wrap up this episode of Infinite Realms. Don't forget to do the YouTube stuffs to help the algorithm, and you guys take care.